Hey guys, it's Mr. Dugal, and today we're going to talk about evaluating algebraic expressions. You'll notice I already have different types of fruit set up, and if you watched the previous video on combining like terms, you'll remember that we compared each different term with a type of fruit and said that if you're counting oranges, for example, we're going to call our x squareds oranges today. You cannot combine those with apples. In the example, we talked about how if you saw Mr. Dugal at the grocery store, it'd be crazy of Mr. Dugal to tell you that he had 9 oranges in his cart if he had 5 oranges and 4 apples, for example. So to continue this expression, we have (5x squared plus 4x plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 8). The first thing we need to do is combine all our like terms. So if we look at our oranges, we have 5x squared. We're going to call our x squared our oranges, plus 3x squared. In our last video on combining like terms, we talked about how it is really important to include the plus or minus signs. In this case, it's a little less important because we have all plus signs. We then have plus 4x and plus 3x as our apples. And finally we have plus 8 as our bananas. If we bring down our total terms, we have for our oranges 5x squared plus 3x squared. For our apples we have plus 4x and plus 3x. And for our bananas, we have plus 8. When we combine this, we get 8x squared plus 4x plus 3x gives us 7x plus 8. That is our answer in simplest form. That's our expression after we combine like terms. Now, a question might ask us to evaluate the expression if x equals 3, for example. What this means is we plug in 3 wherever we see x. So we would do 3 squared times 8, so 3 squared is 9. Times 8, we follow PEMDAS. That will give us our answer. 8 times 9 is 72, plus 21 plus 8 gives us our answer. 72 plus 21 is 93, plus 8 is 101. So our expression equals 101 if x is 3. So let's do one more together from the very beginning. It's going to say if x is 5, evaluate 2x squared plus 3x minus x squared minus x plus 9. I'm going to set up an orange column. We're going to leave the fruit drawings out in this case, just set up different columns. We got an orange column, which will represent our x squareds, a red column, which will set up our x, and a yellow column, which will represent our constants or our numbers, or as today's generation would call it, our hashtags. So we have if our orange are x squareds, we have 2x squared. And you'll remember that we said that it is really important to include the sign with the x squared. So we have 2x squareds minus x squareds in one column. In our red column, we have plus 3x and minus x in another column. In our final column, we just have plus 9. After we combine like terms, we'll have 2x squared minus 1x squared, just gives us x squared. We have 3x minus x, which gives us 2x. And finally, we have just 9 in our last column, so it's x squared plus 2x plus 9. If we go back to our original problem, it asks us to use 5 for x, which will give us 5 squared plus 2 times 5 plus 9. 5 squared is 25. 2 times 5 is 10. And 9 is just 9. 25 plus 10 plus 9 gives us a total of 44. So if x is 5, this expression here would have an answer of 44. So that's evaluating algebraic expressions. It's just building one step further after combining like terms. That's about it. Thanks so much.